This video is on the Kawasaki SXR 800 pump, impeller, housing, bearing, replacement, rigmarole. There's a few steps to it. If you don't have anything but some clamps, what you can do is you can take a vice grip and put it on the back here on this flat side of this piece. Grab it on, nice and tight. Not enough that it'll mar it. A little bit of marks won't matter. I put tape on here for a lot of jobs I do because a lot of jobs involve gripping onto something that shouldn't be damaged. The thing will stick out here enough that you can grab it, and you'll put it on there, and you'll have an impeller that'll be twisted on and locked on, grammed on. And you'll have to have this tool. And this tool is a special tool, and each job sometimes requires a special tool. This is WR001. Very cool. And you get your tool in there, you get your thing down, and what I do is I use a couple of these clamps like this to clamp it down to the bench. And then you're gonna put something like this on here. And then what I did was I had this guy here, an extension, this guy here, and it goes on, big old long extension, and that was enough pry on that pry bar to get the pump off. And you got to go slow and easy till it goes. You don't want to be hitting it. Yeah, it's not going to work that way. But nice, slow and low. But now, the reason why I had to do this is because my jet ski was locking up, and really I had no guts. I couldn't get it to go over 10 miles an hour, and I had blown out the bearings. And when I took this whole pump off and moved the spindle away from the motor, whoa, it started up, no problem. Even the year and a half old gas was fine and all that. This is what was wrong. Check out this bearing here. Look at this. It's split in half. And so did some of the balls. Or at least one of them. Split in half. Oh my God. I'm getting heartburn burps. So insane. This ball used to be one solid ball bearing, and it split in half. This whole case for this thing split in half, and it was spaced apart, and this stuff was in there kind of sideways and cockeyed, and this thing was moving around. It had play. Instead of being in there solid, it had a lot of play, even more than that. And so my whole impeller was moving around because that was the front one. And eventually when something got in there and it locked up, and it was just really was bad, then it was just, everything was all messed up. These guys were in there all cockeyed. Obviously you could see they've taken some hit. And this guy, does not want to spin. And I've sprayed it out and made it much better than it was. It was all locked up, and it felt like it was almost like it was rusted together. You know, it was like filled with rust. So yeah, but there was still grease on everything. So the seals weren't good. These little seals here, these seals here that go up against all the edges, they've been rammed out and reamed out. This goes in there as a spacer, and this goes in there as a spacer. Holy shit. I mean, who gives a shit about it? But it's a spacer. But man. And it goes on this as a spacer. But yeah, and this here takes two. I only had one left. It takes two of these. And then this takes one of these. The seal here. Right there. And right there. There's a seal. And I have a new one that goes all the way back. So there's the seal there. Yeah. I had to use a tool like this to hammer it out. This tap tool, and to hammer them out from each direction. That worked pretty damn well, actually. And I kind of cleaned it out in there, and there's a little bit of, there's like edges, but everything will fit in there. And that's the thing. Everything will fit in there, and everything will be a lot better. And that's what I'm looking for, because look how fucking, this thing's taking some total shit. Who cares? It's gonna work.